How well do you know your unconscious mind, your subconscious mind? Do you know it at all? Because if you don't, there's a very important part of yourself that you just don't know anything about. And it's the part of yourself that keeps you safe. It's got the blueprint for running your body perfectly, 100% full on, wonderfully. And that's what it's there for. That's what it's driven to do. So I'd like to just talk a little bit today about all the things that your unconscious, or some people call it your subconscious mind, does for you, so that we can begin to develop a relationship with that part of us that is the bridge between our conscious mind and our higher self. Now, there is a difference between your soul and your unconscious mind, or your spirit and your unconscious mind. And in another video, we'll talk about that too. But for today, I would really love people to understand just what their unconscious mind does, so that we can build a relationship with our unconscious mind for the benefit of our life. Now, the unconscious mind, as I said, the number one prime directive it has, or the number one drive that it has, is to keep you safe. And your unconscious mind will run any program, prompt any decision in life with the goal to keep you safe and to keep you on track in life. It stores all your memories. So from today, way back into the past, as far as you want to go. Some people go as far as generational things that have happened in their families. They go as far as past lives, if that's something that they believe in as either an analogy or a reality. And from all those times, it stores the memories within us and it builds who we are. Now, it forms our beliefs, it forms our habits, it filters information that comes into us because it hangs its hat on our past memories or our past experiences. So it filters information coming in, it deletes stuff, it distorts stuff, and it puts everything in order for us and keeps us on a timeline. Now, in modalities like timeline therapy, hypnotherapy, NLP, our unconscious mind is so important to get the answers that we're seeking, to make the changes we want to change, to work out what limiting beliefs we have, what emotions are we storing locked away in our body. And our unconscious mind, another really important thing it does is it stores this unresolved stuff for resolution. And so in its seeking for health, well-being, it'll store things in our body waiting for resolution, waiting for the learnings to come out so that we can let go of the energetic attachment that we have to some of these negative things. Emotions like anger, sadness, fear, guilt, hurt, some of the major ones like that. Limiting beliefs like I'm not good enough, I'll never have what I want in life, I'm not beautiful in myself. Your unconscious mind is using all these beliefs and storing them in our body and using them to keep us what it thinks safe and on the right track. The other wonderful thing about the unconscious mind is that it doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's made up. So a lot of people nowadays, we're all about creating our future, creating something tangible for ourselves that is better than what we perceive that we already have. And so our unconscious mind, when we learn to work with it, when we build a relationship with it, when we become in tune with our unconscious or subconscious mind, it becomes a lot easier to direct our own life in directions that we want it to go. So it's a really important thing. And I use the modalities of timeline therapy a lot, hypnotherapy, NLP, because when we can make changes to our unconscious mind, the change we can make is profound, and it actually happens in an instant. There's a reframe of the unconscious mind, and the unconscious mind is actually waiting for you to work with it. It's raising things in your awareness, whether you're consciously aware that that's happening or not, but it's raising things in your awareness and saying, hey, have a look at this. What about that? Look at this opportunity based on everything I've learned in the past and the filters and the things that I'm running. This is something that you should be having a look at. And when these memories or these instances raise, we either look at it and we say, thank you, gratitude, you've shown me something I didn't know about before. Or we go, ooh, I don't want to deal with that. I know I should get rid of those emotions, and I know I should think about that limiting belief, but I just don't want to. And so we stuff it down. And sometimes it's the best times in our life when our unconscious mind gets the most active, because it'll think, hey, Heather's doing pretty well. This would be a good time to deal with that limiting belief that she hasn't even considered, or deal with that part of her that is in conflict with that other part of her, so that they're pushing and pulling within. And it can happen when we least expect it. Now, the language of the body, I'm going off in another direction here, but we sometimes will say, I've got my back against the wall. It's hurting my heart. I can't breathe. It's just too much for me. And if we listen to the language of the body, we can hear the unconscious mind trying to speak to us through our body and through our health, through our awareness. And sometimes this emotional part of us, we push it back down, and we never get to know our unconscious mind, and we never get to bridge between what our conscious mind wants and what our higher self wants. So we struggle to find our soul path, we struggle to find our direction, we struggle to feel content and happy and joyous in life, and all those things that bring us gratitude and bring us health. So this is just the tip of the iceberg. There's so much more to learn about our unconscious mind, and yet it's not hard. It just takes a little bit of faith and hope and belief and encouragement from someone who can guide you if it's not something that you've ever considered before or worked with before. So stay with me, because on this channel we're going to be on a journey not just of the unconscious mind, but also our conscious self, our higher self, and how the modalities that I have learned over the years. I started back in 2004, I think it was. I did my first, I had my first experience to the whole self-help genre. And I started learning formally about these things. So, and then of course the experience kicks in, and we create through journaling, intuitive writing, NLP, timeline therapy, all these things, we create a model of the world that allows us to expand ourselves and to grow and to have more of the things in life that we actually want. And the journey might last a lifetime, I think, because the more I learn, the more I realise there's more to learn. There's always more. There's always more. But here is a great place to start if you don't know where to start. So join me on my channel, subscribe to get my latest videos. This is the first one, so I'm really pleased that you've stuck with me to watch, because as we learn and as we experience things, it will only get better. And I'm really excited to share with everybody who has found their way to this video. So there are no mistakes in life, and things get raised in our awareness for a reason. So stick with me. We're going to be talking about all sorts of exciting things, and I'm also going to be demonstrating techniques that will help you to learn and experience yourself the subtle energies that are all around us, your auras, your chakras, and how it all comes together to make a more dynamic you in the future. So my website, loveandlearnings.com, if you want to know a little more about me, and we'll see you in the next video. Welcome everybody.